say I went to dinner last night at the La Quinta Resort and Spa and sat outside. I was a little nervous. I thought, oh, is it too early to be doing this?
No, it's
it was
nice.
So beautiful.
Yeah, yesterday was nice. Today will be kind of nice. Humidity levels go up a little bit. We'll see some sunshine, but the next couple of days will change. We do have a chance of rain in our future, maybe mountain thunderstorms. We'll take a look at accumulation, timing, and all that stuff coming up.
Okay, all right, see you shortly. Thanks, Jerry. Our top story this morning, the parents of Rebecca Haro are set to appear in court this morning on charges of killing their infant son. They are returning for a felony settlement conference to talk potential evidence and legal strategies from both the prosecution and defense. This coming after pleading not guilty to charges of murder and filing a false police report. Despite extensive searches, Rebecca Haro's body has still not been found. But investigators say they have a strong inclination of where it may be. We'll have full coverage of the latest on the case this afternoon at 11. Danza Azteca is celebrating the one-year anniversary of its Indigenous Culture and Resources Center in the eastern Coachella Valley. Over the past year, the group has hosted ceremonial dance, drumming, writing workshops, talking circles, advocacy circles, and book readings. More recently, however, the group has promoted mental health awareness to hundreds within the Latino community, especially those impacted by recent immigration and customs enforcements locally in the Coachella Valley.
We know that recently the ICE raids, the current administration, and just the way that mental health resources have been a little scarce, and then also just even the fear of people going out into the streets and to the world and doing just everyday activities has really increased the numbers. So we just want to let the community know that we are here. We have our Indigenous Talking Healing Circles and other resources to share with the community. They are completely free.
The nonprofit says it has supported over 11 families affected by the ICE raids with emergency aid. The city of Palm Springs will host a flag ceremony to pay tribute to American service members, prisoners of war, and those still missing in action. The event will be held this coming Friday at 6:30 in the evening in front of City Hall. A flag will be raised by the city during the National POW MIA Recognition Day. Attendees will include Palm Springs Mayor Ron DeHart, City Council members, Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills, and Assemblyman Jeff Gonzalez of Indio. The City Council voted unanimously to display the flag on designated holidays, including Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and National POW MIA Recognition Day. It's time to paint El Paseo pink. On October 11th, thousands will walk El Paseo supporting Desert Cancer Foundation and raising money for the fight against cancer. The event also brings the community together to support Valley residents who are battling cancer. We spoke to the organizers about how to register for this great event.
Well, it's really easy this year. If you happen to see one of these cute ribbons somewhere, either on El Paseo or around town, we have a QR code here. But if not, it's paintelpaseopink.org. The registration is $40, and you get this really cute T-shirt that I know that you've worn and Tim worn. It's just so great. And every dollar raised for Desert Cancer Foundation is over $10 in care for money that stays just here in the Coachella Valley.
Our very own Olivia Sandusky will be emceeing the event again this year to help get everyone excited and ready to walk. So we'll see you out there on October 11th, bright and early at 7:30 in the morning. And we wanted to remind you this morning about what Chris Gunterson said yesterday during Know Before You Go segment. In Rancho Mirage, there is a large-scale slurry seal project going on along Highway 111. The project is expected to last the next 2.5 weeks, and it only began yesterday. Chris said that Gerald Ford is your best bet for an alternative route if you don't want to get caught in the traffic. We're going to head back outside. Here's a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. The sun's not quite up yet on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Let's circle back with Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at your forecast.
Yeah, the sun comes up exactly at 6:30 this morning in Palm Springs. 79 degrees right now in the city. Calm winds, 33% relative humidity. Not too bad of a day ahead of us. 74 degrees at thermal right now. Other temps include 70 at Yucca Valley, 29 Palms, 80 Desert Hot Springs under clear skies, 77 at Indio, 75 at Cabazon, Banning, 71 right now. Nothing on radar, but that'll change. Just give us a little over a day and we'll get some precipitation in Southern California. Today, all stays over Mexico. 103 to 108. That'll be our hottest day in our near future. Matter of fact, temps above normal this afternoon, mostly sunny skies and relatively dry air in place. Dew points a little higher than yesterday, around that 50-degree mark, and relative humidity in the teens to maybe 20%. 105, that'll be our forecast high under sunshine at Palm Springs. Indio 106, 107s anywhere? Yeah, 1,000 Palms, 108 Cathedral City. Tomorrow the numbers go down. Clouds begin to thicken in anticipation of precipitation moving into the area. The bulk of that will fall on Thursday. We'll break it down by hour and let you know how much we're going to get. Full forecast and 7-day on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, starting tomorrow, Riverside County residents who call 911 with non-life-threatening medical concerns could be connected to a nurse instead of an ambulance. This new 911 nurse navigation program will provide phone consultations in an effort to effectively reduce emergency room visits and free up paramedics for serious emergencies. County officials say trained dispatchers transfer patients to nurse navigators when it's appropriate so they can arrange a clinic appointment or virtual visit with a doctor. The program is a partnership with Global Medical Response, the parent company of AMR, which handles the county's ambulance services. Similar systems are already in use across more than 30 communities nationwide, saving millions by easing the strain on emergency crews and hospitals. The Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival 2026 lineup was announced late last night. The headliners include Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G. Karol G, who continues to break records as one of Latin music's most powerful figures, will be the first Latina to headline Coachella's Sunday stage. The festival is next April, the first weekend, April 10th through the 12th. The second is the 17th through the 19th. Passes go on sale starting this Friday. The Palm Springs Women's Jazz Festival is back in town this weekend, starting on Thursday. The theme is Blues at the Woodstock, featuring performances from artists including Ruthie Foster, Martha Redbone, Betty Smith, and a whole lot more. The festival will run from September 18th through the 21st and will be located at Hotel Zoso off Indian Canyon Drive in Palm Springs. Tickets are on sale now. Well, this morning we shine a spotlight on a young woman who's redefining what it means to be a champion both inside and outside the arena, and a perfect example of Hispanic Heritage Month that kicked off this week. Here's NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez with more.
That's right, Ruby Zamores is changing the world of charreria, Mexico's national sport, similar to American rodeo, involving competitive horsemanship events. And with every title she wins, it's also a reflection of the legacy of her Hispanic culture that she carries with her. She's fierce, focused, and fearless. Ruby Zamores has been riding horses since she could walk, and now she's rising to the top of the traditional Mexican sport known as charreria, a discipline that demands precision, strength, and heart.
Recently this year, I've been able to win 3 titles this year. One was being...
While conquering arenas across the Southwest, Ruby was also conquering the classroom. She just earned her degree in psychology, balancing her education with the demands of competitive riding.
When I was in school, it was a bit of a hassle, kind of just doing school and then coming here and then going to study groups. It was kind of a little mix and match of everything, but I did have a lot of help from my dad.
Ruby also has a purpose, giving back to the community, where she hopes to work alongside her sister to open a mental health practice, focus on breaking the stigma around therapy in the Hispanic communities.
Definitely, it's a definitely a different form of therapy for sure, not just being able to kind of just go to somewhere and kind of just let your emotions out. But yeah, definitely being able just to kind of experience the outdoors, going outside, take a little bit of fresh air.
Ruby plans to obtain her master's degree next year, and for the time being, will continue competing alongside her horse, Pitayo. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
It's time now for We're in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and you guess where it is. So let me show you that photo. Take a good look. Wow, this is a gorgeous little spot. Do you know where this is? You'll have some time to think about it. We'll reveal the special location at the end of our broadcast, and I'll give you a little hint before we get there. Well, if you're feeling hungry, there's an all-new episode of Me on a Plate on our website. Chef Sky from the popular new Palm Springs spot Ponzu Sushi sits down with us to talk all things sushi. From his journey from Thailand to California to his 20-year love affair with food, Chef Sky shares his culinary adventures with us. So head on over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, and you can click on our Programs tab to find out more. Coming up on your morning news, we look at a mental health crisis gripping young men in the country. We'll explain more next. But later, Manny the Movie Guy joins us to talk more about the movie called The Long Walk. It's based on a Stephen King novel. But first, let's head outside, taking a live look now, this time at your Agua Caliente casino camera. From our Rancho Mirage cam, Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast for you straight ahead. He says rain might be on the way. Stay right here.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
It's time now for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and we're taking a closer look at a crisis hitting young men especially hard. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death for young people ages 10 to 34, and men account for nearly 80% of those deaths. Governor Gavin Newsom recently signed an executive order aimed at breaking the stigma around men's mental health. I took a deep dive into this recent development. Take a look. When Stone Stonier was in 8th grade, he struggled with thoughts of suicide. He had just realized he was gay and didn't think his family would understand.
I thought that my parents, my siblings, my family, everyone would be better off if I wasn't around.
Without role models or anyone to talk to, Stone felt alone.
I didn't really have any role models. I didn't have anyone to talk to, so it was a very lonely existence at the time.
His story is part of a much bigger crisis. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for young people ages 10 to 34. Men account for nearly 80% of all suicides, and the rate among young men is rising. To help, Governor Gavin Newsom signed an executive order directing state agencies to improve mental health support and fight stigma.
There's a stigma on masculinity where men aren't supposed to show emotions. And one of the big ways that I think we can break this barrier is to normalize it, is to be able to acknowledge the fact that everybody has emotions, maybe even starting educating children in schools about emotional intelligence and how to process emotions and communicate.
The order also calls for more male teachers and counselors, something advocates say can make a real difference.
I think one of the highlights of his executive order is hiring more male counselors in school, more male teachers. And what that can do is that can reduce that stigma. It can show kids from an early age what they can do in life. It can destigmatize mental health. And I think providing education throughout their lives is the first step to normalizing it and improving lives as adults.
Stone hopes this new executive order inspires more young boys and men to reach out for help.
If you can have faith, just focus on today, one day at a time, and just move through it, find your people, rely on them, open up, talk about your problems with someone that you truly trust. It makes a difference.
I'm Mary Strong, NBC Palm Springs. And we thank Stone for sharing his story with us. If you'd like more information on the stories we're airing in our broadcast this morning, you can go to our new website on NBCPalmSprings.com. You're going to find our top stories and breaking news right there on our homepage. And we've got a really great feature. It's our newsroom tab, where you're going to find our stories and our local community events organized by date. We're going to head back to the Weather Center. Jerry's there with a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Hi, Jerry.
Yeah, we have some changes coming up. Today, we'll see some sunshine and temperatures will be on the hot side, but after that, the numbers back off, but the clouds begin to thicken, setting up a chance of showers for the valley, even thunderstorms for the mountains. Full forecast and all those computer models next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Totally clear skies over the Coachella Valley right now in our Agua Caliente Casino cam. Yesterday, we had temps that were close to normal. We hit 101, I believe, in Palm Springs yesterday. Yeah, 102 our normal, and we'll be above that today. Today will be the hottest day in our near future. Anyway, right now, 71 degrees at Yucca Valley, 29 Palm, 70 degrees, 78 Indio, 80 right now. That's at Palm Springs under clear skies. Winds very light. Not going to see much in the way of winds today. Radar, yeah, nothing happening over Southern California, but give us a day, especially two, and things will change in Southern California. No echoes yet, but we'll begin to see some, especially Thursday. But today, 103 to 108, putting us above normal by about 5 degrees for many of us in the Coachella Valley. Hot and kind of dry in the Coachella Valley. I mean, the numbers come up as far as humidity, but still relatively dry. 105 today under sunshine in Palm Springs, 106 at India, 107,000 Palms, 108 today under sunshine at Palm Desert, 101 Cabazon, 102 at 29 Palms. A little higher with the overnight lows tonight. We'll see low to middle 80s under clear skies this evening. Okay, we're tracking Mario. It's a tropical storm. It's beginning to weaken right now. 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds moving its way to the northwest, and it'll begin falling apart even more. But as it does fall apart, remnants from this system, moisture will be pulled up into Southern California. That will give us that shot of rain. Now, Wednesday, a GFS forecast keeps all the action to the south of us tomorrow and late in the day. Temperatures come down for the valley. It'll be at or slightly above 100 degrees, and we'll see some sunshine. Clouds build throughout the day. Now, the ensemble forecast says we may see some of that move into the Coachella Valley. Sprinkles late on Wednesday. I think we'll hold off until Thursday morning. But Wednesday, 99 for high in Palm Springs, 101 at Indio. Okay. Thursday looks like the rain day for us in Southern California. Squeeze behind a low that'll be to the west of us and a high pressure center to the east. It'll play a role in pulling up all that tropical moisture into Southern California, thanks to Mario. So warm and humid with a chance of scattered showers and even thunderstorms. The ensemble forecast, about a third of an inch total accumulation. That'll be Thursday into early Friday for the Coachella Valley. A lot more in the mountains where the thunderstorms will most likely happen. As far as rainfall amounts per hour, we're looking at the highest totals between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Thursday. We could get maybe 3/10 of an inch afternoon on Thursday, and about maybe 3/10 of an inch total on the southeast end of the valley. That'll be Thursday morning before that tapers off, and a few showers lingering into Friday morning. 93 degrees in Palm Springs, 96 degrees at Indio. As far as winds, really not an issue. They may get a little gusty with the storms approaching on Wednesday, but that's about it. Winds will stay somewhat light. But we'll see the moisture level begin to move up. In fact, dew points will move way up there Thursday, Friday with that system moving through the area. Dews in the 60s and relative humidity will be up there as well. Comfort Air 7-day forecast 105. We'll see some sunshine today, a few mountain clouds late in the day. Clouds will thicken throughout the day on Wednesday. Thursday morning, that's where the heaviest rain will fall. We'll see some mountain thunderstorms. Tapers off on Friday, will clear out Saturday. Hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz time. A little break in the newscast. Have a little fun. Test your brain.
Yes.
Mr. Manny's here
I
to
need
join
to
us.
test my brain. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
All right, what's going on today? Brought to you by One Coachella Valley. Tuesday, September 16, 2025, National Guacamole Day. You gotta like that, right?
Yeah.
Avocados are the star of the day with tortilla chips. Guacamole is a popular dip, especially here in Southern California. We love it, don't you? Yeah.
Perfect timing.
I
El
ha-
Grito, just the Mexican independence.
That's right. I
Very
had
good.
some of the best guacamole I've had here in town at Adobe at La Quinta Resort last
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It's a
Where's
superfood.
stars.
Where's the leftover?
Yours, exactly. Next time I will bring you some.
Yeah,
I promise.
superfood packed with good fat and nutrients, too.
Yum, yum.
Avocados, guacamole. National Tattoo Story Day is today. It's National Tattoo Day is on July 17th. Today's the day to explain the what's and whys behind the tattoo that you have in your body.
I have nothing.
I have nothing either. Nothing to
Really?
show for that.
We're all tattoo-less.
Our technical director has a tattoo. Yes, Rico? Yeah?
Do you?
On the back of his leg, it's a giant Packers tattoo.
You'll
No?
tell us.
Green Bay Packers? No?
Jerry,
You'll tell us the story later.
that's your wish. He loves the Packers.
A Minnesota fan with a Packers tattoo. I love you. Also, National Collect Rocks Day is today. Today, everybody's a geologist, and yeah, if you are, you rock too.
Oh, yeah, my hubby collects rocks.
Oh, really?
To paint them.
No kidding.
Oh, that's
Yes.
neat.
Paints them? See, that's what you can do. Collect
Oh, that's
rocks,
really
paint them.
cool.
Yeah. Also, National Get Ready Day is today. It's a day to raise awareness about preparing for natural disasters here in the Coachella Valley in Southern California. That would be earthquakes. Do you have your
Yeah.
earthquake pack set?
I still have my pack. We
you?
sponsored earthquake prevention once upon a time, and I still have that.
Oh, that's good.
I have a earthquake backpack too with all the stuff in it,
Yeah.
but it's like 15 years
That's
old.
what I'm
so
saying.
I have to start replacing the items in it because I'm sure they're outdated. Anyway, ready. That's our key word in today's pop quiz. 2 questions. Here's the first of the 2. Both are music related. It was the Motown great Smokey Robinson who composed the song Get Ready, which became a Billboard Top 40 hit single twice. The first was in 1966 when the Temptations hit #1 on the R&B charts with their version. It's playing in the background, I believe. 4 years later, the same song found its way into Billboard's top 5 as a rock version. Name this band who scored a hit in 1970 with their take on Get Ready.
Ooh.
Is it A, Grand Funk, B, Humble Pie, C, Rare Earth?
Boy, this
Let you
is
think about it, bring
really
it up a little
hard,
bit. Let's
Jerry.
listen to them.
Humble Pie and Rare Earth.
Yeah. Do you hear it?
I've never heard of those bands.
What?
Right.
No, so I'll guess. I'll guess the ones
I'm
that
gonna
I
guess
know.
too. I'm gonna say Grand Funk. Oh, hey, you're doing that too. Okay.
2 funks.
It sounds cool.
Uh-oh, Rico.
Oh, Rico's going C.
Nicholas knows the answer, so he can't play. But A and C, a lot of A's and a C. It is C. Yeah, Rare Earth.
Oh, Rare Earth.
Wow.
Get ready.
Get
ready.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
We know the.
Didn't know that
I know
one?
the
I don't know
original
Humble
version.
Pie nor Rare
Okay,
Earth.
here we go. Ready?
Wow.
Question number 2. I'm stretching this one here. Singer Helen Reddy scored a total of 14 Billboard Top 40 singles during the 70s, 3 which topped the charts, including I Am Woman, Delta Dawn, and Angie Baby. Angie Baby, by the way, written by Alan O'Day, who was born here in the Coachella Valley.
really?
#1 hit single, yeah. Anyway, name the country from which Helen Reddy was born.
Oh.
A, Australia.
Boy,
B,
these are
Canada.
hard
C,
today.
Ireland.
I mean, Jerry.
Back to the control room. Helen Reddy, where is
It's
she
only
from?
Tuesday.
Sadly,
No
we lost her
AI.
last few years. BBC?
Canada?
BBC?
Maybe Australia.
Me too.
Australia. You're right, Australia.
Yay!
Yes.
Oh
good.
my goodness, one right today for sure.
Yay!
Did anybody else get that right in there?
Oh, yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. Oh no. Bummer.
Okay. All right. Well, get ready.
Get
Rare
ready.
Earth taking us to break. Back in a bit.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Tuesday, September 16th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen will have your full AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, a look at some of the stories making headlines at this hour. Today, we expect charges to be filed by the Utah County Attorney against Tyler Robinson. He's the man arrested in connection with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. As the charges are filed, memorials across the country continue, as well as the fallout and finger pointing over political violence. NBC's Bafta Yamam has the very latest now from Washington.
22-year-old Tyler Robinson is expected to face several charges, including aggravated murder in connection with the attack on conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. According to the Washington Post, Robinson appears to have confessed in an online chat not long before turning himself in, writing, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." The Post citing two people familiar with the chat and screenshots. Another possible sign that may be part of the evidence, a text message exchange, says FBI Director Kash Patel.
He had a text message exchange, he the suspect, with another individual, in which he claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do it because of his hatred for what Charlie stood for.
The FBI says the suspect is not cooperating, but points out they found the suspect's DNA on two pieces of evidence. While authorities haven't confirmed a motive, the president blames the left.
Looks like he was radicalized over the internet and is radicalized on the left. He's a left.
The Trump administration's effort to find and punish Americans who criticize Charlie Kirk intensifying, including measures to use the federal government to crack down on what the administration called vast domestic terrorist networks.
We are going to use every resource we have at the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and throughout this government to identify, disrupt, dismantle, and destroy these networks.
Back in Utah, classes resume on campus as the suspect remains on special watch status, meaning closer supervision. In Washington, Bafta Imam, NBC News.
Meanwhile, President Trump says he's bringing a $15 billion lawsuit against the New York Times. The president is alleging defamation and libel and accusing the outlet of being a virtual mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. He threatened last week to sue the Times after it published articles related to a sexually suggestive note and drawing that was given to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday in 2003 and appears to have been signed by Donald Trump. Trump and his aides have denied that he was involved in the creation of the note. In a recent social media post, the president accused the Times of making false statements about him, his family, and his business. He did not elaborate on those allegations. Monday, a federal appeals court rejected President Trump's termination of Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors. That means she stays in her job for now. This emergency ruling is another defeat for Trump's efforts to control the Fed. 2 weeks ago, Trump fired Cook over allegations of mortgage fraud. Cook has not been charged with any wrongdoing. Monday's emergency ruling came hours before the central bank's two-day monetary policy meeting kicks off. President Trump is turning his sights to Memphis, signing an executive memorandum to create a task force to reduce crime there. Trump said the task force would be similar to the stepped-up law enforcement effort he deployed in Washington, D.C. That included sending thousands of National Guard troops to the nation's capital. Memphis's Mayor Paul Young is a Democrat, but Tennessee's Governor Bill Lee is a Republican. Lee has welcomed the federal help, which would include law enforcement from several agencies like the FBI and ICE. The Shelby County Democratic Party held a press conference Monday to oppose the National Guard's deployment to their city.
We must stand up and fight for our city, fight for our values, fight for this community that we love. And a militarized occupation of our city is not a resolution to the problems that we have. What we need is poverty eradication, not military occupation.
President Trump on Monday said he's planning for similar action in Chicago next. Let's turn now to some business headlines. The U.S. and China are on track for a deal to avoid a TikTok ban. The deal comes days before a deadline that could have banned the popular video sharing app in the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Monday that the country struck a framework for a TikTok deal. President Trump posted about the deal on Truth Social, writing that an agreement had been reached over a company that young people in our country very much wanted to save. It's still not clear what kind of agreement was made on a key sticking point: control of TikTok's algorithm, which dictates what users see on the app. The Federal Reserve Board meets today at a pivotal time for the panel. It has a new face after last night's Senate confirmation of Stephen Miron. He's replacing a governor who resigned last month. Miron also is keeping his job at the White House, but going on unpaid leave. Many investors expect the Fed to announce a modest quarter-point cut. Meanwhile, many economists are sounding the alarm about stagflation. That's a combination of slow economic growth, a rise in unemployment, and inflation. Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you that photo again and give you a little hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So let me show you that photo. Take a good look. Here's the hint. You can find this wine bar at a hotel in Palm Springs. Think about it. I'll tell you more about this special location coming up later in our broadcast. And coming up later on your morning news, Manny the Movie Guy is going to talk about the new movie, The Long Walk. It's based on a Stephen King novel. Stay tuned for that. But first, let's head back to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Hi, Jerry.
Yeah, sun's up right now. We have clear skies. You can see a beautiful sunrise here looking to the east from the Toro Pecan, 8,700 feet up in the Santa Rosa Mountains. Some Lake Salton Sea right there, and of course, Communications Tower, but a beautiful day ahead of us. But that won't last long. Change is on the way. We'll talk rain next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
These are experts at paying attention.
Agua Caliente Casino Cam looking good. Lots of clear skies over the valley. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon. After that, things begin to change in Southern California. Near normal numbers yesterday. It was a nice day. 101 the high, 102 the normal in the city of Palm Springs. And we'll be above that today. Today will be the hottest day before the numbers back off and the rain chances move up. 70, that's the temperature at Yucca Valley, 79,000 Palms, 80 at the airport, 73 degrees at Banning right now. Light winds, not a factor today, maybe pick up a little bit tomorrow, but that's about it. Radar, looking for something to talk about, not seeing anything in Southern California. Like I said, give us a little over 24 hours, that will change. Rain stays down to the south. Today, sunshine, 103 to 108. A few mountain clouds are a possibility late in the day, but sunshine for the valley with these highs. 105 in Palm Springs, 106 Indio, 107,000 Palms, 108 at Palm Desert, 101 at Cabazon today, 102 at 29 Palms. Overnight lows slightly above normal temps there with low to middle 80s this evening under mostly clear skies. Now, Mario is the tropical system over the Northeast Pacific we've been watching since last week. It fell apart completely, then got itself together like Frankenstein. It was resurrected. It's making its way to the southwest right now. Still a tropical storm right now at 50-mile-an-hour winds. It'll begin to fall apart as it makes its way over cooler waters, but remnants from this system, clouds and moisture, will be pulled up into Southern California as we move into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, the GFS keeps it all down to the south of us. That'll be late in the day. We'll begin to see some clouds move into the area. Temps at or slightly above 100 degrees. As far as the ensemble forecast, it says, yeah, maybe a few sprinkles late on Wednesday. I think that'll hold off until Thursday morning. But 99 degrees on Wednesday. For temperatures, 102 at Palm Desert. But Thursday looks like the rainy day for us in Southern California and the Coachella Valley. Widespread showers as that moisture, thanks to help from a low pressure center and a high pressure center. That'll be to the east, will pull up that moisture into Southern California. So warm and humid and wet for Southern California. The ensemble forecast says maybe up to 1/3 of an inch of rain in the Coachella Valley, way more in the mountains, 0.8 of an inch around the Santa Cena Mountains, about an inch in the San Bernardino Mountains. And as far as the breakdown, according to the NOAA forecast, maybe 0.2 of an inch between 6 a.m. and noon on Thursday, and a little bit more between noon and 6 p.m. Now, it'll still be on and off light showers into Friday morning, but it begins to taper off after that. But it'll be Thursday morning and afternoon with the best shot of rain. Likewise at Indio in the southeast end, total 0.3 of an inch the morning and early afternoon. Highs will be low too because of the clouds and rain. We'll see middle 90s for highs on Thursday afternoon. Winds not really an issue. They may get a little gusty in advance of that system moving our way, but not much at all with the winds. Surface moisture will move up, though. We'll see a little higher humidity tomorrow, but it'll peak Thursday and Friday with that system pulling through the area and all that moisture. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 105 for Palm Springs today. Lots of sunshine, a couple mountain clouds. Tomorrow the clouds begin to thicken. 99 degrees Wednesday afternoon for Palm Springs. Lower temps, but higher chances of rain Thursday, Friday. Again, the best shot Thursday morning and afternoon. That tapers off Saturday.
Coming up here on today, a morning of huge stars here in Studio 1A. We're talking Matthew McConaughey, Margot Robbie, and Colin Farrell, all joining us live. We'll have that and more this morning on Today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
Welcome back. Now, just 2 weeks ago, I brought you the story of the College of the Desert volleyball team and their historic beginning to their season, which landed them at 12th place in the state poll ranking. Well, since then, the team has won 3 more matches and their ranking has climbed to 10th in the state. The Roadrunners currently sit at a record of 8-3 after sweeping both Imperial Valley and Riverside. Tonight, they travel to Imperial Valley with hopes of earning their 9th win of the season. The team has 4 more games before conference play starts when the team faces off against Saracoso on October 1st. And in high school football news, last week wrapped up the 4th week of the season for our local athletes hitting the gridiron. In the Desert Empire League, we have Palm Springs and La Quinta both undefeated on the season thus far. Xavier Prep and Shadow Hills sitting at 3-1, and Rancho Mirage and Palm Desert at 2 wins and 2 losses apiece. Next week, we'll wrap up non-league games before teams take their bye week leading up to league play. Probably some of the best football to come out of the DEL in recent memory. It's been an exciting season so far. And remember, to get your fix of all things Friday Night Lights, you can get a full breakdown of each game every week by simply going to our NBC Palm Springs website. Click on the Friday Night Lights tab, and there you can find our weekly show hosted by myself, Tim O'Brien, and the sights and sounds from the field thanks to our main man, Brett Rosen. And before I let you go, the Firebirds are set for their first puck drop of the season in less than 30 days. But you can get in the spirit early thanks to the Firebirds Off the Ice show. This week's episode featured a behind-the-scene look at the broadcast team. Guys like Evan Pivnik, Gina Lamont, Grant Fuhr, and even our own Tim O'Brien. Again, go to our NBC Palm Springs website and look for the Off the Ice tab. That'll do it for sports. I'm Caitlin Kelly.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Manny's here to talk a little bit more about The Long Walk. I watched the preview and I was very stressed just watching the preview. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was a nail-biting preview.
Well, in my review last week of the Stephen King's The Long Walk, I said it's one of the best films of the year. It's visually haunting with great performances from its young cast. I spent some time with Judy Greer, who plays the mom of Cooper Hoffman in the film. I also reminded her that she visited our station once upon a time. Take a look.
They say you shouldn't make friends on a long walk, but I sort of like you three. Let's be musketeers. All for one. One for all. No, and again, I need to hear it louder. All for one.
And one for all. Big congrats on The Long Walk, a thrilling and affecting coming-of-age dystopian movie. I was like, this, and then this. All throughout the movie.
Oh, good. That's what we want.
The only guarantee you have as a human being is that you are going to die.
Talk to us about the family dynamics between Ginny and her son Ray, wonderfully played by Cooper Hoffman.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it yet. We have a family tragedy, and I think that Cooper's character, Ray, feels like he has no other choice but to do this walk. And I can't stop him. I mean, it's like, I think how so many parents feel all the time, so frustrated, like the decisions our kids make, but also like so proud in some ways too, that they have their own agency and that they are willing to stand up to what's wrong and sacrifice. But still, as a mother, it's terrifying.
This woman?
I'm so sorry, Mom!
One of the things that I love best about the film is the performances. They're great young actors. I mean, Cooper is part of that group of talented and very committed young actors here. You don't have a whole lot of scenes with them, but in your observation, describe their work ethics.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they are so focused. They are so prepared. I was so impressed. This whole entire movie crew had to move with them. So they really couldn't mess up. They had to be uber prepared. They had to be super ready every single day. Some of these takes were like 3 miles long. So you think you've got an entire movie set that's actually functioning as like a caravan. And if you mess up a line, if you mess up an action, if you drop your prop, like the whole thing has to go back to the beginning. They were so prepared. They came to work every day, ready to work with choices. They took direction well. I mean, I was not like that when I was their age.
Oh,
I'm not always like that now.
Maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour. Walk until there's only one of you left.
By the way, Ms. Judy, before we end, I just want to say I still fondly remember you visiting our NBC station in Palm Springs for the Descendant.
Yes.
20 minutes ago.
Thank you for stopping by, descending upon KMIR 6.
I did drive by it a couple of times, but I made it in.
Congratulations on the film again. I love The Descendants.
Thank you.
I-
That was a while. I remember that too.
Yes.
What an amazing movie.
You and I were teenagers back then.
We look the same though, thank God.
Oh, a big congrats on the long walk again. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And the film is definitely one of the year's best. So come visit us again in Palm Springs, okay, Miss Judy?
I would love that. I would love that.
What, walk me a while?
Yeah, I do, Pete.
You boys are the answer. The long walk is the answer.
The Long Walk is now out in theaters. Run, don't walk to your nearest movie theater and see The Long Walk.
And the guy who plays the colonel, or the guy that's leading,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill,
the major.
The major.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he looks like he did a great job.
He did a great job. That's right. He's a legendary actor.
Yes.
And speaking of a legendary actor, I have a sad news to tell you. Legendary actor and director Robert Redford has passed away. His publicist said Redford passed away at his home at Sundance in the mountains of Utah, the place he loved, surrounded by those he loved. No cause of death was given. Redford was known for his starring roles in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men. He also directed award-winning films such as Ordinary People and A River Runs Through It. Robert Redford was 89 years old.
What a huge loss. He was recently in a movie.
Yeah, he was in Avengers Endgame as Alexander Pierce 2019. Also in Captain America, Winter Soldier, I believe, in 2014. So that was his farewell film is Old Man in the Sea, you know, and that was his farewell film, but then Marvel asked him to
come back.
Wow. Yes, and I have one quick trivia, by the way. You know, Robert Redford, for all, you know, he's a beloved actor, but he's only been nominated once for Best Acting.
That is the craziest
at
statistic.
the Oscars, 1973, for The Sting.
And he was nominated? Did he win?
No, just nominated.
Whoa!
But he won for Best Director.
Best Director
for Ordinary People.
Wow, he was such an incredible actor.
Yes,
and we will miss him so very much.
Incredible activist, incredible filmmaker.
Yeah.
This is well loved.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. We're going to take a live look outside at your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. We're going to be right back with a recap of your weather forecast for today with Jerry and reveal our Where in the Valley special location. Stay right here.
Please say.
It's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guys guess where this is? How beautiful is this?
Yeah.
It's so cool. Have you been here? I haven't either. Well, this is Count Reformation at the Parker Palm Springs. They sell wines by the glass here and offer a menu of small plated savory bites to help you explore different flavors and pairings.
How fun.
Super cool. I've been to their both of their other restaurants, but this is a little, this is like behind the scenes. I've seen the doors going in there, and it's, you're like,
never
ooh,
gone
what's
through
in
the
there?
doors.
No, but it looks really, really cool. So. It's never too early to start thinking about Christmas. With 100 days left until Christmas Day, the U.S. Postal Service is kicking off its 2025 season of Operation Santa. The program, now in its 113th year, invites children and families across the country to start writing and mailing their letters to Santa Claus. This year, Operation Santa is encouraging participating elves to adopt family letters, which makes it possible to fill the wishes of an entire household at once. Letters to Santa must be postmarked by December 6th to be eligible for adoption and fulfillment.
What, Santa doesn't have email?
In this day and age, what's going on around
I'll
here?
apply to be an elf.
You will? I can see you being a great elf, Manny.
Tweeting him my gift list. Forecast. Today it's going to be a little hot. Lots of sunshine. 105 for Palm Springs, but things change. Clouds begin to build tomorrow. Chance of rain. Looks like it'll happen on Thursday, tapering off Friday. Lots of sunshine Saturday.
And we've got more news coming your way at 11 for your midday news.